and go with it, man.
Let go.
Yeah.
Let go.
I'm gonna go ahead and go let it do what it do.
God, where my bird dog? God dang. Let my bird dog in the car. Man, you ain't gonna roll though, man.
We'll worry about that damn drink. He said he got
my bird dog, man.
You gotta go get his drink.
God dang, I ain't bringing us out. Where's that? I lost my bird dog, man.
Bird dog.
Dang.
Boy,
I gotta go on. You ready?
That damn dough sounds so old.
That's the man. That's that damn storm dough, man.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know what I did. I think I took it upstairs and left it up there. I gotta go out there and grab my charge anyway. All right, man. Just bear with me.
Dang, man. I hope, man, my signal better not start bugging, bro. My signal better not start bugging, but what we essentially gonna be talking about is a thin line between legit men's concerns and what is classified nowadays as incels.
Okay.
And incels, for those that don't know, are men that are involuntarily celibate. So that's incel stands for in short term. And I'm trying not to laugh because it's kind of serious. But what made me want to do this one was, of course, when we watched that damn She-Hulk series, which we kind of suffered through that. But of course, when we got through the She-Hulk series, we got to the incels. So, or the last episode. So, spoiler alert for those who ain't watched it all. The last episode of She-Hulk, they deal with incels.
We rolling?
Yeah, I'm finna hit play on that bad boy.
All right, let's do it.
I'll be on the phone with you the entire time.
Wouldn't it look suspicious that I'm walking around with an earbud in?
No, trust me, you're not going to be the only one, okay?
Please don't make me do this.
You have to, all right? I need you to blend in with these trolls, okay? And remember to always refer to women as females. Jen's life is on the line, okay? So I need you to get your head in the game, buddy! Off you go. Thank you. Stop calling, all right? Just talk.
You're coming in real choppy.
Don't pretend like you can't hear me.
No, pretending sucks.
Okay, so walk around.
Why does there even need to be a she-hulk? It's not like there's a he-hulk.
And Lady Thor, guys, she just sucks, okay? And I'm not just saying that because she's a female. I would have the exact same criticisms if she was a man.
Come on, guys, talk to them.
Oh, can't do it, Nikki.
Yes, you can. Let's do it, Pug.
Okay, come on, Pug. Big ones. Females, am I right?
Yes.
Mother Pugger. Todd Phelps?
Todd? Oh, wait, that tracks.
Of course you're one of us. Oh, come here, man. Huh? Yeah? Welcome, bro. So happy that you're here.
Yeah, me too. So happy.
This guy rules, all right? You heard it from me first. He rules, and he's hot.
That's right. What? Alright, and let's be honest, okay? He knows what I'm talking about.
Is she better than the Hulk? Is she as strong as him? Is she as smart as him? No! She wouldn't even have her powers without him, right? So why do we have to act like she earned everything? Here's where I think superpowers should go to the best person suited for the job, right? Right?
See, she got everything through nepotism.
She got everything through nepotism.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You think she's on Hollywood? That's their boss. Oh. Did she? Yes.
Like you're mad about it.
Yeah, it pisses me off.
Huh. We are vibing, my man.
Gross. Keep talking.
How did you get involved with this group here?
Dude, I created intelligentsia. I'm Hulk King.
Oh my god. Oh, come on. It's okay. He can improve. The guy here, Mara.
All right, well, let's circle up. Let's get it together, right? I'm really proud of us for hacking She-Hulk's phone. Because we showed the world what a real monster she is. But we also showed them that we're not just talk. We're real action. And we're just getting started.
Hi.
Oh, hey, Jen. You look like you didn't.
Now, look, man. Now, I had my own legitimate issues with the show itself.
Mm.
How it spins back to a bunch of incels taking the misogynistic approach to it, right?
Yeah.
In this particular case, you heard they said about Lady Thor. You heard what they had to say about She-Hulk. You heard what they say, she ain't. Let's just say it wasn't them. Let's just say it wasn't those particular type of men complaining.
Mm.
Would that gripe then be legit if it just wasn't them? As a matter of fact, that's the best way to put it. Is the source the problem as opposed to the actual complaints that they had? Are they the problem in what they're having to say?
Honestly, I think that complaining about it is the issue, because it's really nothing to complain about, honestly. Or it's not that big of a deal to complain about it. It's obvious that that there was that was a message that they was trying to get across.
Right.
But honestly, man, I'm confused about the message. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm confused is because on one hand, they want to be treated no different than men. And on the other hand, they want to be recognized and treated like women. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like we have to walk a very thin line, or play hopscotch. You know what I'm saying? Right. In this arena, treat them like you would treat a man, but remember, it's still a woman.
Right.
You know, so it's like we had talked about before, that they get into men-dominated spaces and complain when they get treated like men. You know what I'm saying? I think the analogy that we used last time we talked about is that when you go into a barbershop, like a woman going to a barbershop,
right.
And she started complaining about the speech is too vulgar, and the content of the conversation is offensive.
Mm-hmm.
So are we supposed to completely change the way we move amongst each other?
Wait, you say that she wants to come into the barbershop?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. No. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
You know, some women, they get their hair cut low, they get, fades or whatever, or designs in their low haircut. So they go to a male barbershop to do that.
Right.
Right. So I'm just using that as an example.
Right.
Um, if she walk in there and she walk in the midst of a conversation that's already in progress. Already in progress. Sit down in the chair and then tell them, "Can you turn that music off?
Right.
Can you you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like the conversation that y'all are having. It's offensive. Can we talk about something else?"
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when is it acceptable for men to be men? And I'm not saying to excuse intentional and malicious mistreatment of women, but what I'm saying is, are we supposed to or expected to change the way that we've always maneuvered amongst in order to be accommodating to a few of them that wants to be in that space? You know what I'm saying?
Not when. Okay. I think it depends on the space, right? If you're coming into a space that's by men and for men specifically, no, you can't expect us to change the way we move because you're now in that space. If you want to come in that space. Now, if it's a space that is all inclusive, men dominated, and then women come and join that space, then yeah, you got to govern yourself accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are certain spaces that women were excluded from, right, for a long period of time, that they could be in those spaces, they just chose not to, or they were told that they couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you open it up and say, okay, yes, we should never have not included y'all in these spaces, and being that we didn't include y'all in these, in that case, the culture should shift. Now, but when you talk about something like a barbershop is a barbershop, just like a hair salon is a hair salon. You can go get your goddamn haircut at a hair salon if you want to be around a whole bunch of cackling hens and be treated the way women would treat women among women, and have an environment that feels feminine in nature and embracing your femininity and all that stuff. That's what a hair salon is for. That's not what a barbershop is. Now, when it comes to the movies arena, it's a very gray. It's kind of a gray area because men have dominated that for so long that it's hard for us to accept them coming into that space and then wanting us to do it a certain way or move a certain way. That's very difficult, which is why when you get movies like that or TV shows or whatever the case may be, and you're just not into them because you can feel the climate change because women are now included in that space, you can't help but look at it and say, I can feel the climate shift. And it doesn't necessarily cater to me as a man. And we as a man or a man have been we're high tenured consumers of a particular product. And now it's changing before our very eyes because women want to come into that space. And that's, I can understand, because the mass consumers of it is still men. Mm-hmm. So with the whole She-Hulk thing, the mass consumers of Marvel and these superhero comics and movies, the mass consumers for a long time have been men, and probably because it was always dominated by men because men created it.
Yeah.
So I can understand the issues that men have with that. But like you say, it's not that big a deal for me. Not in that particular arena. The barbershop would be a hell no. The movies arena, I'm like, I don't like it, but I'm gonna complain about it between men, like that sucked. But am I gonna get on a platform and go crazy and like they did with Black Panther, like they did with Woman King, like they did with any of those things? Am I going to jump onto a platform and go crazy and come up with these super long think pieces and diatribes behind that? No, I don't care enough. They ain't trying to come in, like you said, they ain't trying to come into the locker rooms, and they ain't trying to come into the man caves, and they not trying to come into the barbershops to take over. So I'm good. But when they do, I'll be there to gatekeep. I'll be sitting right there like, oh, wait, whoa. Sit your ass down somewhere. But interestingly enough, that particular show had incels in it, and incels are an extreme group. And so me personally, as I look back to that, I was like, yo, they pushed to the forefront men's complaints about the show and brought in incels, the most extreme version. And I found that to be a little that was a little heavy-handed. And the reason why, because incels aren't something that is just that's not, that's deep. That is deep. If I'm complaining about the She-Hulk and you classify me as an incel, I'm gonna take that some sort of way. I just am.
Yeah.
And reason being because I'm gonna play. So I found this dramatization. It's a short film about incels, and it kind of gives a very brief description in text, but it gives an actualization. And it's kind of funny in some ways, but I'm gonna let you check it out. We're gonna react to it. We're gonna play it for the audience so they can see for themselves.
I think it's unfair that. Are you playing the video?
Yeah. I was gonna. What were you gonna say? Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't even know you about to play a video. No, I was saying that I think it's unfair now that you can't have an opposing opinion about that product.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about She-Hulk. So if you're a man and just simply didn't like it because it wasn't relatable, it wasn't the average superhero show where things get blown up and you know what I'm saying, just like that high testosterone type of action that we are accustomed to and that we like. You know what I'm saying? If it's an action movie, you got your hero, you identify the villain, you go and stop the plan of the villain, and in the process, a lot of stuff blowing up.
No, nobody complained. Nobody had a single complaint about the Black Widow movie. Nobody complains when the movies that cast women as heroines, when they follow the heroes tell story arc. Yeah. Anybody that doesn't understand the heroes tell story arc, go look it up. Go look up Rose Tale, Google it. But there's a specific method in which stories are told, and the hero's tale follows a certain path, and it follows the path in which it follows the man's rite of passage. You know, everything with us is built. We got to build it. We got to prove it. We got to earn it. You know what I'm saying? And we got to do it more than once to be solidified. Well, when you get, and it was similar to talking about the Last Jedi movie. And they said, you know, it sucked in part because it didn't follow the hero's journey. She didn't have to go through what Luke had to go through. She was essentially just born with ability. And it was like, wait, that's not how it worked. Luke had to get his damn arm chopped off. Luke had to damn near face death. And then he went back, dug it about the mud. That's literally the story. It's the Rocky thing. You show up, you put your chest there, you get your chest sunk in, and then after you get your chest sunk in, you got to double back and figure it out. But I want to I want to double back to the part where they talked about the incels simply because that was an extremely heavy-handed sort of thing. Sheffy said Black Widow was shaded incredibly heavily. There was a crap ton of complaining about that movie as well as Captain Marvel. I'm with you when you're right, but you are wrong on that one. Okay, look, Sheffy, I didn't see those complaints. There was not this massive, like the way She-Hulk was done, I didn't see that. So I didn't see it, but I will speak for myself. I will speak for myself, and I'll speak for my partner. Like this dude, he's a comic Marvel nerd that I don't even want to put him out there so bad because I don't even like to talk to him about these movies because he make me feel bad for liking the movies sometimes. It's ridiculous. You talking to one of these dudes. This man didn't have a single complaint about Black Widow. I didn't have a complaint about Black Widow, and it's because it followed a specific type. First of all, she was already built. She was already built through trial and error and trial and tribulation from how she even got to her own movie. She-Hulk wasn't built. And anyway, I don't want to go on a tangent. I want to talk about these damn. I want to talk about these damn incels. But no, Sheffy, appreciate the comment. I didn't see that, but and I'm not saying there's always some men that are always going to complain about something. There's men that complain about Black Panther 2. Come on, bro. I was like, y'all complaining about that? No, I didn't. But She-Hulk. Anyway, but I think when they draw the comparison to men complaining to incels, that's heavy-handed. And I'm gonna play this short film by Johnny Mirazaldi. It's called Incel. It's called Incel, a drama short film by John Mirazaldi. I'm probably butchering that man's name. Hey. Look at that cold approach.
Hi.
Ice, you're taking Chem 1100.
Yeah.
You're gonna be a doctor one day.
No.
Oh. What's your name?
Katie.
I'm Sam. Is it okay if I sit here next to you?
Sure. Go ahead.
You have beautiful hair.
Thank you.
If you let it grow more, it would go much better with the shape of your face.
Thank you for the advice.
Where are you going?
I have to go meet someone.
Can I just get your phone number?
I have a boyfriend, actually.
I don't believe you. Just want your phone number.
Don't touch me.
You think I was trying to date you? You just think everybody loves you, right?
Excuse me?
Listen, I just want to get to know you. Okay, I'm a great guy. How can you not see that? Please.
Don't touch me.
It fucking sucks. We're all the same.
Hey man, no, bro. Hey, okay, for real. No, don't let, bro. So look, okay, real quick.
Yep.
So many women. Now, I've never witnessed this firsthand, right? Never witnessed this, but you and I have heard so many women complain about when men approach and the woman isn't interested or express disinterest, that sometimes this is a result. The men go off, right? They snap. Now, from the man's approach, from the moment go. Stop laughing. I need you to be serious. From the moment go. For the moment go. Where did he go wrong from the moment? From the walked up. So you when you back it up from right here.
His initial, you know what? Right there.
Right there.
He sees that she's preoccupied.
Yeah.
And the whole setting, they're in a library, right?
Library.
So she's obviously focused on something. So now he's a stranger interrupting her, and also invading her personal space.
Right, because
and then
he pulls up a seat.
Yeah.
Wait, he leans. He kind of goes into her personal space, kind of leans in a little bit, and then he asks her, "Can he have a seat?" But he invades the space first.
Right. So his whole approach was wrong from the beginning. Like
now hold on. Now let me pause you there. Now, when it comes to approach, now I think the coach is becoming a lost art with all the other ways that we got that men have now to interact and initiate contact with women. However, you think you was in a cold approach. You think you was man.
I was more successful than I failed. So if not a king, a prince.
What was you finna do at all time? What did you say you was about to do?
No, that was if
that was if she had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
strike like lightning. Anyway, but here's what I think today is an issue. Today there's an issue with the cold approach because I don't think a lot of men are getting that experience early enough to become to actually fail and get the trial and error out of the way. I don't think that's the case. I think what's happening is they're failing at the wrong age and stage in life, and they haven't built up a tolerance, and they haven't even built up the skills to cold approach anyway. You got to build that up as an adolescent.
Yeah.
To go into adulthood, a college student or anywhere else, and just jump out there like that, man, that sucks. Man, that sucks because you haven't been built for it. And so when those men fail and ultimately are upset, whose fault is that?
His.
Wait, hold on. Damn, that was cold. Damn, that's his. Okay. Let me read it. Is it only his fault
that he failed?
Yeah. Now, because he's not prepared. He's not prepared. So, who's supposed to prepare us, right? Because you had a house full of you, bro. You had no choice but to be prepared. No choice.
Yeah, I had two older brothers that were
brutal.
So I guess you could say I may have had an advantage. But it just so happened that my brothers weren't lame. But what about the ones who have them lame? They're like the whole family lame. You know they out there too, man. You done seen them.
When the daddy lame,
Everybody, the entire lineage. Some squares. A family of Air 12, man.
See, I want to take this serious. I want to take it serious. No, man. Look. Okay, well, that's not his fault. It's not his fault if he came from a lame daddy, and it's not his fault if he ain't had no brothers. And it's really, I think they're at a disadvantage, and the world does not care.
Mm.
So I'm solution oriented. I would think. Well, I'll get to the solution I'm play some more of the video, but you saying it's kind of it's not his fault, but he's at a distinct disadvantage, and there's not much he can do about it. But and here's the other cold part of the video. The other cold part of the video. Watch this. Watch this here. Why he walk like that? He walked like he was recording it. Wait, why he walked like he just had a wedgie?
Unlike the blue pillar, the red pillar knows that he is not in charge.
Walked like he just sharded.
He knows the dice are loaded. The cards stacked against him. He knows the world is controlled by others with interests disparate from his own. This is his inferiority, but it is an inferiority he recognizes in order to overcome and achieve superiority. He looks the negative aspects of reality squarely in the eye and fights back. The red pillar is ultimately a positivist and an optimist. Even if he fails in his ultimate goals, he knows that he will, at least, earn himself an honorable death. At the individual level, there is nothing greater to be hoped for. It is only...
Now, one of the things, I'm just giving a brief summary of this. What they're talking about is like the red pill, blue pill, black pill.
Illusory superiority to actual inferiority.
Damn, it's a black pill?
That is the red pill.
Bro, it's a black pill too.
To true superiority. Black pill is the least dialectical of the three. It leads from actual inferiority back to actual inferiority. It is nihilism, but nihilism may thresholds for absolute egoism, a sense of the self detached from wider contexts and responsibilities. It is this that makes it even murderous. The inferior person can neither accept context and therefore inferiority, or fight it. The blue pill rejects his future inferiority by retreating backwards in illusion. The red pill rejects his present lack of superiority by marching forward through positive consciousness and action to redress the situation. The black pillar.
I'm gonna pause it for a brief minute. So they were basically breaking down the red pill, the blue pill, the black pill. The blue pill is apparently, just like the Matrix says, the red pill, they know the truth, they know the reality of the situation, but they're optimistic. The red pill, apparently they are, the blue pill is like they don't know, like they don't care. They're just moving, they're living, they're good. They're functioning in the system, and there's no problem. So men with no problems that aren't really complaining about anything is a blue pill. Red pill are men that see that there's issues out here, and they're dealing with the issues, and they're still trying to be successful regardless of whatever the issues are. The black pill dudes are just totally self-defeated, and they just want to burn the whole thing down. Where incels fall in that? Yeah, where incels fall in that, I'm not sure. Anybody want some further clarification or to get deeper, y'all can look at this particular video. I'll drop the video itself in the comments of the live stream. but it kind of gives a breakdown of it. Now, of course, do you see the video he's going into now? Dude done went into the bathroom and got him some lotion, and he got to handle some business. And so, what I'm gonna do? I'm at least mute it. I'm gonna mute it. But he handling some business. I'm gonna speed up past this. He'll angry.
You said this is a short film?
Yeah, it's short. It's only like a 15-minute.
Okay. It's interesting though.
And so now he's in his apartment and he can hear the people next door having sex, and he's bothered by that. He's bothered by the fact that he can hear his neighbors next door. It's the part where it get a little sad.
Hi. Sam here. Well, this is my last video. It all has to come to this. Tomorrow is the day of retribution. The day I will have my revenge against humanity, against all of you. I deserve a girl much more than all those slobs I see at my college, who are somehow able to walk around beautiful. Even in the college town that I stay in during my semesters, as I walk around like the common areas of those towns, or the areas where college parties happen. I see these obnoxious guys walking with these beautiful girls, and that pisses me off because I should be the one with the girls. I mean, look at me. I'm gorgeous, but you girls don't see that. I don't understand why you're so repulsed by me. Or why you give me a chance. It's ridiculous. For the last 8 years of my life, ever since I had puberty, I have been forced to endure an existence of loneliness, of rejection, and unfulfilled desires. All because girls have never been attracted to me. Girls gave their love and their sex and their affection to other men, but never to me. Yeah. 21 years old and I'm still a virgin. Never even kissed a girl.
Damn.
That's been very torturous, you know.
Hey man, I just wanted... Oh. Am I interrupting something?
What's up?
Who are you talking to? Lady friend?
No.
Okay, well, we're all hanging out in the living room. If you wanted to join. Doing some pre-gaming. Got snacks.
Not hungry.
Okay, well, you should come out with us tonight. And the sorority's throwing a huge party.
I don't know.
Dude, come on, this is a rare event. And she can totally get you in. Dude, this will be good for you. You have to come, okay? Come here. Come here. There are gonna be so many hot girls out tonight. And they're gonna get wasted.
Yeah.
So, you gonna come?
Okay, sure.
awesome, man. We'll be out of here in like an hour. You're gonna roll with us, right? I'm actually excited about this. You excited? Yeah. Great. Let's get you out of this room, okay? Get ready, I'll see you in a bit.
I'm gonna go back to that part right there. Pause that. You can see where in the comments, his name. First of all, his name is Sam Cell. I love that his name is Sam. I love that. That makes me feel good. So his name is Sam Cell, and somebody says an incel is at it again. We can still see you, bro. Cringe intensifies. You know what I'm saying? So he's essentially being clowned for what he's enduring. Dude says he's 21 and he never even kissed a girl. Of course, this is a dramatization, but I guess this is a peek into the life and how they feel about where they are, because they're involuntarily celibate. I see you gonna laugh. Don't laugh, man. We gotta take this serious, man. So these men are involuntarily celibate. So my question is this: where is the line between men that have legitimate complaints and incels? Because you heard what dude said. Dude said he's on his college campus. He sees these women walking around and giving all this attention and love and sex to the obnoxious dudes. So obviously, once again, you have the nice guy complaining that the other guys are getting all the play. But where's the line between having a legit gripe and being this version of a man?
I think there shouldn't be a line, because there shouldn't be a complaint.
Boy,
they have a sense of entitlement, like, I'm a man, you're a woman, so this is supposed to just happen.
And that's how they feel.
Yeah, but so that's why I say it's their fault, because a woman is not entitled to like you, and they obviously they go after the ones that, because he kept saying, that they're beautiful and all. It's like, man, just like men tell women that you gotta know what lane is your lane. You gotta know what level is your level. So it's the same thing with men. Like, come on, bro, like the ones that like you.
Yeah, it's
as simple as that. So why are you complaining about the ones that you like and they don't like you back? It's their right not to like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody owes you a like. So
I know whoever watching this video owe this video a like. Y'all better like it.
So it comes down to, man, sink or swim. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's the type that you like, learn the type that they like. You know what I'm saying? And work towards that.
Right.
If you're not willing to work towards that, or you're not just, or you're just not that, then find out what likes your type. Once you become comfortable with who you are, then you'll be comfortable with the ones who like who you are. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So you're more likely to have success in the arena filled with the ones that like the type that you are. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a geek, there's some women out there that like geeks. They may not be the model type that you like to look at, but you have better. The odds are more in your favor. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? So
Dominique,
that's what.
Dominique said an incel is. She said an incel is a narcissist with no charisma. See, this one I ain't reading no more comments. I ain't reading no more. Yeah, narcissist
Go ahead.
with no charisma.
Last day.
Now hold on. I got another one. This one goes a
Hello, boys. Let's talk about bone structure.
This kind of breaks it down a little bit.
There's
more.
something basically Soviet about the way the internet names things. Stalin had portmanteaus like Agitprop, Politburo, and Kompromat, and we have webinar, podcast, and incel, short for involuntary celibate. The word incel was invented in the late 90s by a lonely bisexual called Alana, who created a website called Alana's Involuntary Celibacy Project. It was essentially a safe space for people who just couldn't get it in. But in our own miserable moment of internet history, the word incel refers to a more specific community of mostly heterosexual men, centered around forums like incel.me and r/braincells. This group has recently gotten a lot of bad press because for the last few years, they've been churning out mass murderers faster than Marvel can make Avengers movies. But most incels aren't violent killers. They're just men who've formed an identity around not getting laid. In this video, I don't want to mock incels or lecture them or even sympathize with them. I just want to understand who they are and why they're like this. To start with, sometimes the best way to understand a person's world is to learn their language. And the language of the incels, well, you'll see. First base. Incelese. Does it ever bother you that the word women makes adult females sound just a little bit too human? Well, incels have a solution to that. They've taken to calling women femoids. The choice of vocabulary tells us how incels think of women, not as sisters or mothers, and certainly not as autonomous people, but as a kind of foreign, inscrutable object, comparable to a natural resource, unobtainium, to which incels believe all men are entitled, and to which they feel they have been unjustly denied. There's a long tradition of nerdy men talking about women in nerdily misogynistic ways. I'm reminded of famed rocket scientist Wernher von Braun's remark about female astronauts.
We are reserving 110 pounds of payload for recreational equipment.
Which is not to say that alpha males are less misogynistic than nerds, but simply that nerds have a nerdy style of misogyny. Now, femoid is about as neutral a term as incels have for women, and it's only downhill from there. There's the usual standbys, bitches, sluts, whores, all conveying a searing resentment of female sexuality, the pinnacle of which is represented by the bespoke incel coinage roasty, which I'm sorry to inform you refers to the incel belief that the human vulva become mutilated through repeated penetration by different men, though not through repeated penetration by the same man, interestingly, and thereby come to resemble roast beef. Now, by definition, incels haven't actually observed any vaginas, but to incels, a matter of metaphysical speculation than crude science. So if you ask me, the right metaphor for a veteran vag is not roast beef, but sour grapes. Of course, not all femoids are created equal. There are various subspecies.
The Becky or normie femoid is to be contrasted with the Stacy, or sexually desirable femoid, whose distinguishing features include makeup on point, never works a day in her life, naturally curvy body gives men instant erections, big tits and ass show fertility.
Leave my buns alone, you savages! The Stacy, naturally, has a male counterpart, whom incels call the Chad.
A Chad is a hunky alpha whose hands are always prepared to grab nearby fertile pussy. He has never heard a song in his entire life. He has a sloped forehead with a strong brow, rambow chin, strong jawline, flat occipital plate.
It must needs be remarked that the skull of the Chad exhibiteth a brow ridge most pronounced, whereas the skull of the Virgin is most inadequate in this regard, predisposing such specimens to an abject existence of lamentation and...
Oh, man. See, bro.
I got a question. So the person who started the incel was
Is a bisexual male. You look, you can't make it up, bro.
What kind of loser you gotta be if you can't get a man or a woman?
Dude! he bisexual. He complained about being involuntary celibate. No, nigga, you a no sexual. That's what that is. You ain't bi. What the hell you think this is? Let's be clear. He's a no.
I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that.
Bro, don't ever go down the internet hole. Don't go down the YouTube hole for incel. There's certain holes you just don't want to go down. If it's anything that you think nobody's known about or talking about, and you decide to go and put that in that search, that algorithm gonna bring you some stuff you ain't prepared for, boy. It gets deep. It gets deep.
Oh no, man. I want to see now.
Oh shit! Because you just want to laugh at it. You just want to laugh about it.
It's pathetic.
But so again, as parents, we're supposed to prepare our children for the real world, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you're supposed to prepare your children for the real world, these young men should go out into the world prepared for these situations. Like young men should be prepared for the possible failure that's going to come when they decide to get into this world and pursue women. They should be prepared for that failure. And I feel like if parents prepare young men for that failure, that when they do fall, they can dust themselves back off and get back up. What you just said was key. Like who likes you. If you are prepared for that, if you're told that, if you're taught that, when you get out here, you're going to shoot for the stars, and then if you hit the moon, you're going to be good with it. But you're going to be prepared for it.
Mm-hmm. You got another video?
No. Go ahead. No, go ahead and weigh in on it.
I honestly don't have any sympathy for them because it's a choice. It's a choice to be that angry. Like, so you're gonna get pissed off, and then you choose to live in that, as opposed to finding a solution to, man, every time I got shot down, which was rare, but when it happened,
wait, go ahead. I remember two situations specifically, and you know which two I'm gonna go for. But go ahead.
I know. I ain't saying it didn't happen. It was just kind of uncommon. But when it did happen, I didn't get mad. For one, I knew that it was somebody else, like just down the hall or around the corner. So I'm gonna redeem myself, same day. But I started to notice, like, what were my shortcomings? You know what I'm saying? So I would analyze, like, okay, so I would go back and replay the conversation,
right?
If it gotten that far. And then, I would identify the reason why it failed. And then I would, readjust.
Right.
And so when I went to the next one, I did it different. So I just worked out different formulas. You know what I'm saying? Right. As I matured in age and practice. So, we had a lot of practice.
You know what? And you know what? We didn't have a fear of failure, but you're right. It's, man. So let me back up a little bit. The environment you come from makes a dramatic difference. And I'm not saying you need a bunch of brothers. So you said, if you got brothers, you got people that's let me throw another one out there.
Mm.
And I was talking about this in my inbox with my homeboy, and because we were kind of discussing this earlier. And I was saying that if men come from environments where they're loved by the women in the environment, that perhaps they walk into the world loved, and they know and they project themselves a little different, even if they ain't got all the game in the world, right? Even if they don't got all the charisma, even if they don't have all the tact, maybe that works. Now, homeboy said, now, if you got a whole bunch of women in your family that have told you handsome and you gorgeous, and they lied to you, then you gonna find out when you hit the streets. So there's that too. So I think, and I told him, I said, you know what? I said, it's interesting that you say that, because I remember when I had a growth spurt, got tall and everything else. My aunt, I always tell that story about my aunt, and you've heard me tell this before. My aunt level set me when I got to a certain point. Right when I graduated high school and Corey was on the way, my aunt pulled me to the side and said, "Hey, it's more than being good looking and offering a woman some dick. You know what I'm saying?" She said, "It's more to it than that." So even the guys that have hit the genetic lottery, the difference between the guy that hits the genetic lottery and the guy that didn't is the guy that hit the genetic lottery get more cracks at it. You get more invitations, you get more opportunities. But for those that didn't hit the genetic lottery, because we got to be very careful when we're having these conversations for the possible dudes that are going to look, and there's one dude that said, "Well, I ain't 6 foot something, and I'm 6 foot something." Then there's another dude going to say, "Well, I'm not stocky with a beard." You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I go to family gatherings, and all of them got beards like you, and I get clowned, right? Then I can turn back around and get on my cousin. They say, "Well, damn, you're a 6 footer." And I'm like, "Yeah, there's only a few of us." You know what I'm saying? So, but you like you said, you know where your shortcomings are, and you maneuver and you readjust based on knowing what them shortcomings are. Right? So I say that to say that I think men, just like men complain about women on this, accept me as I am. There's a lot of men that also want to be accepted as they are, which I think gives birth to that entitlement, which that's why we got these incels and these major movements. Dude, and I will be honest, bro, the ego, you want to be accepted as you are. You don't want to necessarily have to change. Like, you don't want to change the way you dress if that's not your style. But I'm saying, if nothing's working for you, then you got to change something.
Yeah, you have to, man, or either make necessary adjustments. I think adjusting is a better word than changing.
Yeah, that's a better word.
So let me make sure my phone charged. There we go. So if you're not willing to make the adjustments, then find the one who will accept you as you are. But you can't force the one you want to accept you the way you are.
Why not?
You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
You said why not?
Why?
It's not fair to them.
Why?
Because it's simply not fair to them. Like you can't. That's just like they probably kill me in the comments, but an overweight woman saying that this fitness model dude that has a very strict diet and a workout regimen has to like her with her bad eating habits and lazy daily activity.
Okay.
It doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't cast some spell on the one that you want and expect them to like you back. That's not the real world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So those type of dudes, they have to accept the fact that everybody's not gonna like you. And be fine with that. I know that I'm not every woman's type. I'm cool with that. That doesn't do anything to my self-esteem. That's just not the one for me. And I'm good with that because I rather have the one that like me for who I am versus chasing the ones who don't like me. It's a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't like me, I don't like you. I don't care. I don't care how good you look. Your mouth still stank in the morning like everybody else. So it's just like, I don't give a damn.
I definitely think, man. So solutions. You're 19. Okay, if you're 19, you make it to 19, and I might have to once this video is over, I might have to redistribute it, try to reframe it, and get it out there because there's dudes, there's men that are coming up, and men that are already out there that need to see this. There is nothing wrong with going to get some sort of coach. Nothing wrong with that at all. If there is and credit to the men that know what those shortcomings are, and then they get themselves in order. Like credit to the fellas that might be overweight that get in shape because they know by getting in shape they're going to attract a certain type that they prefer. Credit to the guys that I would like to say that raise their earning, but that's a dangerous one because man, if you couldn't get her without your money, do you want her with your money? I don't know. I don't know. That's a bit different. You know what I'm saying? But if that's the woman you want, and you know a certain dollar amount is going to get you access to that woman, credit to you for getting them dollars up. And then the one thing that I think nobody considers is the personality part, the social aspect of it. See, that's the one thing that so many men are averse to, because even men will go get a makeover and learn how to dress. Like some men will go learn how to dress, even if it compromises their style to a certain degree. Me personally, like if my wife wanted me to wear something that I didn't want to wear, I'm like, I ain't my style, but man, I tried at one time. But if I had to change my entire wardrobe to dress like something that I didn't like, I had to dress like these young dudes dress right now, head to toe, to go and attract what I wanted. And that's not me. I'm gonna be inauthentic, and women are gonna smell that inauthenticity. So I would say at least if they go the social route by learning how to socialize the right way, you can convey thoughts and convey who you are socially with a certain level of tact if you're coached. You know, and another part of that social part is if you're a man and you want a woman to be interested in you, if you're a person and you want a person to be interested in you, you need to be a person that is also interested. So to be interesting to people, you have to be interested, and you have to be interested in a plethora of things. So as many people can gravitate to you as possible. When you can speak on different topics intelligently and authentically, because you're authentically interested in, you put yourself in different categories and you align yourself with different women. And women like to be taught. So have something that you can teach to them. But these are things that if you're sitting there angry and you're young and you've never been taught some of these things at a basic level, on an adult level, there needs to be something set up for men to say, hey, I don't got it, and I wish I did. I want better results. What can I do?
Yeah.
We ought to offer a class. We ought to set up a class. They ain't going to take it. They ain't going to take it. They ain't going to take it. We ought to set up an institution. Keep all the dudes that want to, get in on it. Keep your identities private, brothers. We will not put you out there. Your business won't be out there. We won't even charge you. We don't want to be paid until you get the desired results. How about that?
Yep.
When that's the way we ought to run it. We need to set up a campaign and we'll set up a class for brothers, and you don't gotta pay us until you get the desired results. Now,
sound fair to me.
Now, let's say this though. If we know you shooting out your league, what did we used to do to each other if we knew that we was going out of our league? How would we like we used to handle that different, bro? You know better than that. Like that's easy. You see your boy about to walk up to somebody and shoot that shot. If you saw me, I'm about to go shoot my shot somewhere where I don't belong, what would you have told me?
Honestly, I would have encouraged you.
No.
So I can get that laugh in. Because you did that to me. So
hell yeah, I gassed you right up. Go do it.
Go ahead and tell the Lennox story.
So,
go ahead.
So it was January, February, March. It had to be March. It was
February.
It was late February or early March because it got warm. It was a warm day, and it wasn't spring. It wasn't really spring. And so me and this dude, we throw on some shorts, and we finna go to the mall. Lennox. And of course, Lennox Mall. And this is for my Atlanta people. This is before Lennox. Anybody watching this is in our age group, so they know when Lennox was Lennox. They know when Lennox was a place where you went to go snatch something up. Me, you, and Marcus Gaither. Marcus was the only one that had some goddamn sense.
When that nigga checked the weather before he left.
Marcus checked the weather, and Marcus said, "Shit, y'all gonna be looking crazy out there. That y'all gonna be somebody said I didn't know there was a Black Israelite meeting tonight. Somebody know good and well this ain't no. Come on, man. Oh, that gotta be Remy. That gotta be Remy talking that nonsense because he know better. Anyway, so Marcus must have checked the weather because when he showed up, he had on like a sweatsuit. He was dressed for the weather. Me and you, I think I had on shorts. You had on shorts.
Yeah.
And we like, man, we good. And he's like, well, y'all finna look crazy as hell out here. By the time we get into the mall and you look around the mall, everybody got on winter clothes.
Fur coats,
bubble jackets, everything. They dressed. You had on some khaki shorts and a duck head
No, Gap. It was a Gap t-shirt.
Yeah, Gap t-shirt. But hold on, but what was the shorts? Was the shorts duck head, Dockers? I don't know.
No, nigga, they were the shorts were probably Gap too. Like they were some cargo shorts.
Okay, so you probably coordinated the brands, but you definitely look like a casual summer dude that day. But I do remember you had on a backwards hat because you didn't have a haircut, so your hat was turned backwards. And
no, it wasn't turned backwards.
It was turned backwards probably, and you had on some piercing studs. I know you had piercing studs.
I did.
You had in them piercing studs, and you shot your first shot.
Oh.
you hold on. When you shot your first shot, it failed. So you like, okay. Ain't. I wasn't shooting my shot. See, I wasn't. I don't even know if I shot my shot that day.
You didn't.
Yeah,
you sidelined the whole time.
I sidelined the whole time because I knew better. Listen, I'm calculated. I knew I looked like a fool that day. You and your irrational confidence didn't care. Anyway, I think you shot your shot twice, and you brushed it off. You was like the first time you brushed it off. Oh man, they tripping. Waved it off. Second time, you brushed it off again. She tripping, man. They were lame anyway. I was just trying anyway. I was just wait.
That was a warm up.
The third time, and he said, "Man, come on, man, what is going on?"
Wait a minute. Hey, you gotta set the scene, man, because there was like 3 of them, right?
Set the scene.
It was 3 of them, and it was coming down the escalator.
Yep.
And so while we were approaching them, we saw them at the top coming down.
Oh.
So I was like, "Hey, it's a group of them. It's a group. If it's a group of us, let's jump on it.
Let's kill them."
You and Morgan was like, nah. So I was like, y'all. Say, I started to be like on Stab on House Party. Do I smell?
Do I smell? You boy, let me tell you, you know, look, let me tell you, you were the bunker buster. You remember on Avengers when they called the Hulk in and they said we need somebody to bust this bunker and the Hulk just came in there? That was you. That's how you was rolling. But go ahead, tell the story. Tell the story.
So when they got down to the bottom and they turned into in our direction, so I'm like, well, hell, this a wrap now. One ain't got to hog them down. The one in the middle, I went straight for her. Before I could open my, I didn't even open my mouth. My lips were ajar. I couldn't even open my mouth wide enough to get a word out. And she looked at me like,
uh-oh.
And then, beeline the other direction.
She did an about face and went the other direction.
So I was like, hold up now. This me. I'm like, man, I never got curved that hard before. And that's why it was so unbelievable to me at the time. Because I've been shot down before. But damn it, she went for my soul. She didn't get it. She went for it though. But even in that, and as embarrassing that it would have been to someone else, because we was in a mall full of people.
Well, yeah.
In the middle of the mall. That would have been humiliating to, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I guess it was that irrational confidence.
Yeah.
And a little bit of cockiness.
Yeah.
To be honest.
You know what, man? Listen. Again, that irrational confidence comes from a certain environment, right? It comes from you had them siblings, those older siblings, telling you to go ahead and jump out there. You better jump out there. If you don't jump out there, we're gonna clown you for not. We're gonna clown you worse for not jumping out there than for jumping out there and shot down. That's the environment you were in. The environment I was in was I came from a lot of love, and I do think I was loved and appreciated enough to where when I got out there that there wasn't much that could faze me. I didn't realize. I think my hardest days were probably like as an 8th to 9th grader maybe, but I didn't have any clue that height was a factor. I didn't because I didn't. I mean, I guess I thought age was a factor, but I didn't think it was. But I remember I would approach girls in high school, and I felt because we were the same height that we was on the same level. as long as they weren't shorter than me, I felt I was in there, right?
Yeah.
Well, the average woman is 5'3", 5'4", and in 8th grade I was 5'3", so I'm seeing eye to eye, so I'm good. It never dawned on me that the 9th grade girl is checking for the 6-foot senior jock. I mean, now I saw who my sister dated, but I was like, them rules ain't gonna apply to me. And I went into 8th grade getting shot down left and right, shooting my shot at Tisa's friends, shooting anybody that was a friend of Tisa's friends, trying to slickly, if that's even a word, walk girls to their classroom. Like I would just start walking beside them, and I would just be walking for a certain amount of time, and they look, and they like, "Are you trying to walk me? No, my class right there. Boy, you in the 8th grade. Your class ain't no one this hallway. You trying to walk me to class, and when I get here, you gonna take off, which I did. Kept getting shot down. It didn't work, but nothing I did worked.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't make me feel anything else. And I guess the peer pressure on the high school level, it definitely can't be what the peer pressure is on the college level. And then on the adult level, when it's just you and you're isolated in this world alone, it definitely can't be the same thing. Like it can't be when you jump out there on the adult level and you find out the hard way. Because on the adult level, nobody's going to coach you. Nobody's going to feel good with you. Nobody is going to coddle you. Nobody is going to come back to see if you're all right. If you don't got a stable of homeboys or people around you say, hey, this is the way you need to go about it, it's not going to work. If the only thing you have is a stable of other rejects to vent to, and y'all start to bond over this trauma from being rejected, bro, you're going to continue to fail. So I think it's at a certain point, you got to be willing to jump out there and get some coaching if you're an adult and you're just continuing to fail. If you're 21 years old and you've never got a kiss before, bro, you need some coaching. That's it. That's it.
Man. Ooh. Man. 21 never been kissed before? Lord. I don't think I have anything for that person. As far as advice.
Why? Bro, we're men. We gotta be solution oriented. We gotta be solution oriented. We're men. There's a solution. Hammer, nail, promotion. Go.
Damn. That person, I would have to have a sit down conversation with that type of person to get a feel of the personality, thought process, how he rationalized, the basic things. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's somebody, like you got to dig in to somebody like that. Like that. There's some levels to comprehend to understand why he couldn't even get that far.
Right.
So off the top of my head, because it's something that there's a blockage. That is like it's something that he's been doing consistently wrong. Whether it's been going after someone that was just above his bracket, or he just wasn't trying. You know what I'm saying? Like right. Some guys will be intimidated and just don't try. They will have a willingness or a desire, probably fantasize about it, but they don't have the nerve to go and try. They'll talk themselves out of it before they even give it a shot because they're intimidated, because there's no self-esteem there. The first thing he'll say, well, she looked like the type that'll go after this type of guy. And that ain't me. Not knowing that she might be the type that would go after you. Because not all pretty women like the thug and the athlete and the Wolf of Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? Like some of them just like they like just average men.
Yeah. You know what? There are a significant number of women on my Facebook friends list that like average looking confident men. Average looking confident men. There's a specific sister on my friends list. I've told you about her before. She likes men that are they take care of themselves physically. They don't have to be the best looking, but they take care of themselves physically. But she's a total nerd.
Mm-hmm.
I think you know who I'm talking about. Total nerd. Let me be frank. I told her I was going to talk about it. I'm going to sit up. She shot me down several times. I should show my inbox. I should show my Facebook inbox. I'm talking to you. She shot me down several times. And I didn't know. I didn't understand why. And then, eventually she told me, it was a combination of things. But I'll say what they were. One, my Facebook presence was one of them. That was one. Some of the stuff I joke about, say about, talk about. She said that was it. She said she thought I was good looking, but like my aunt said, that ain't enough. She said it was my Facebook, long distance, and I had too many children. I said, well, goddamn. Now, dating and having dating, I've ran into those things before. I've ran into all those things before. And so you just move to the side and you keep it going. But this particular woman is a black nerd. Total. And extreme, and she's very attractive. And she prefers those of her type, blurs that take care of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Her thing was like, okay, you meet these guys, they're in the same realm as you as far as subject matter and everything else, but they don't take care of themselves physically. Meaning their hair isn't cut. Their skin isn't lotioned. Their lips might be just some of the very basic things, bro. In high school, we knew to carry chapstick in the fifth pocket so you can make sure it's wintertime. You know what I'm saying? Some of the basic things. So these women exist for this subset of guys, and these guys think they don't exist, and they do. And in today's age, with the internet, more than anything else, there's no excuse for you not to be able to find your type outside of the physical arena. If it comes to physical, you restrict yourself. But once you move outside of the physical arena and you start identifying these other characters, you should be able to match. I got a troll. I got a troll.
Yeah, I've been reading.
Yeah. I got a troll on there. I don't pay much attention to him. Hi, troll. Hi. How are you? Hi. Look at the troll. Yeah. Yeah, he wants some attention. You don't get it? Listen, I won't stoop to their level. Listen, gentlemen, you feel some way, and that's fine. It's fine that you feel some way. I know you want some attention. You don't want it from me. You don't want it from me. You want it from her. You want it from her. But you're over here. You shouldn't be over here. You should be over there.
He can't get over there.
Go over there. Matter of fact, Sean Madison and Dylan Mahurin, probably some fake names. Anyway, this is what you do. I need you to get a notepad. Get a notepad. Take notes. And I'm not being funny. I'm not clowning. Just take some notes. And it'll work for you. You feel some kind of look at him. Look.
Him mad, ain't he?
Hey, it is. But anyway, back to the overall point. There are those that are available for every subset of guys, right? All the nerds, all the weird guys, any kinks you have, anything you have going on. Any individual that wants the best results needs to optimize everything about themselves to be the best version of themselves. So I don't give a damn if you're 5'3". If you're a man and you're 5'3", be the best version of 5'3" you can be. If you're 5'3" and you weigh 300 pounds, like what am I gonna do with that? Be 5'3", in shape and with a whole lot of charisma. If you're 5'9" and you're 200 and some pounds and you're overweight a little bit, be the most charismatic version of that, the smoothest, well-dressed, best haircut having version of that. There was a guy in Atlanta. What was his name? This is his real name, Anthony Hamilton. Anthony Hamilton is his real name. Anthony Hamilton, if you see this video, shout out to you. We'd be at Dugan's. Anthony Hamilton, and any woman that knows Anthony Hamilton on this, that sees this on Facebook, any woman that knows this, has seen Anthony Hamilton, has sat down with him, and he's like the Gerald Levert. I'm sitting there and I'm hoping to get some attention. He's there and he's getting the attention. Dude just had gravity. He was he just spoke a certain way, moved a certain way, and just talked to the women that would come through, and they would sit down, kind of like us when we was at that table in high school, but I won't go there. But they would just sit down, and they would sit down and just be all in this dude's space. And I'm talking about multiple women at a given time, one to the left, one to the right, maybe another one, and I'm sitting over there scoping, and he just got them there in conversation. Because he just had that attitude, that positive energy, that charisma, and I've never heard a woman say anything negative about him.
Man, confidence and conversation will get you a long way.
Yeah.
So I think a major issue with these incels is that they've isolated themselves so long that they don't know how to converse, which is why I think in that short film, the guy who played that part, that was like the perfect avatar to represent incels, because when he approached the girl at the table, which we already discussed that was the wrong move to start off with, but when he did, in his posture, you can see the low self-esteem.
Right.
And when he was speaking to her, you can hear it in his voice. Like he was almost expecting to be shot down.
Right.
So if you go in like that, they can see that.
They can sense it. It's almost like they can smell it.
Yeah. So you're gonna get the reaction like, nigga, what you want? Because you already look uninteresting. You know what I'm saying? So they're preparing themselves to reject you, honestly, when you come in with such low confidence.
Right.
Because the conversation is going to be bland.
Right.
I've never been in an interesting conversation with someone who you can tell like either they don't want to be there or they're intimidated with being there. You know what I'm saying? Or like they know they don't belong in that, or they feel like they don't belong in that space.
Right.
So the conversation is forced. It's like pulling teeth, trying to get anything out of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's that spotty conversation, and in between sentences is that dead air.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, yeah, of course she's gonna she's gonna turn you down, because can you imagine being on the phone with somebody like that?
The strategy in that moment should be, you gotta come in with a direct shot. You don't linger, you don't waste time. Old boy in the video, in real life, in any given situation, you go in and you say, I mean, we can go to the video specifically, but he walks up, he doesn't invade her space too much. Hey, sorry, hey, you know, I just wanna, whatever he has to say. And then maybe he's already written down his number, slides it in, and he just gets the hell out of there. Hey, I'm sorry, I see you studying. I don't mean to interrupt. I was in the library. I noticed you're around the campus. I don't want to interrupt you. Whatever the case, I'm gonna slide you my number. If you decide to call or text, cool. If not, I understand. But anyway, I just want to let you know I'm interested in getting to know you and be out. See, in that moment, you don't even have to face rejection.
Yeah.
You don't even have to sit by the phone. See, at that point, as a man, you can just play the raw numbers game. The raw numbers. See, if you don't have anything going in the way of charisma or skills or social talent, the raw numbers game, if you get in and out real quick, it works best for you.
Yeah.
The raw number, because you can write your number down. Hey, I got a pen. I just so happened I got a pen. Blah, blah, blah. Here you go. And I'm finna leave. You look like you're busy right now. I don't mean to interrupt. And you don't know what that might turn. That can go two ways. It can go a few different ways. The way you're assuming that it'll go is you'll get somebody to shoot you a text, hit you up, and say, "Hey, I'm interested." The other way it can go is she can stop you right there and say, no, I'm balling up the number. Most women aren't going to do that. They're going to take the number and just not call you if they're not. The other way it can go is, hey, slow down before you go. Hey, what's your name? And then they might want to establish a little something right then and there on the spot. There's different ways to go about it. Now, the trolls, I got to address the trolls real quick. I'll address the trolls. They call us a fake Fresh and Fit earlier. And that's because Fresh and Fit, let me tell you what Fresh and Fit does. They bring attractive Miami natives on, and they go on these fake I'm an alpha male rants, and they dog out the Miami native. I know what they do. I see what they do. It's fake. So if these dudes are Fresh and Fit fans, hey, welcome aboard. Come on down. Because the difference between Fresh and Fit and what we're going to ever discuss in any given moment is that we know what we're talking about. And we don't have to sell you anything. Just listen. We're not going to sell a course. We're not going to ask for a membership to a course. We're not going to make you pay thousands of dollars and ask for super chats and beg for anything. One of these fools said, well, how many super chats? I don't need a super chat. You here. Welcome, buddy. Have a seat. Have a seat. I don't care what he's doing. I don't care what he's here. He's taking notes. Look at him. He's taking notes. He couldn't look like Fresh and Fit if they wore skin like suits, bro. Fresh and Fit.
So they are fans. You Fresh and Fit fans,
bro. Listen. I don't want to do this. You know who Fresh and Fit? They are self-admitted lames and nice guys that now claim to be alphas, and they are nothing, bro. You don't want to cape from Fresh and Fit here. This is not the place to do that. Please don't do that, because your boys on Fresh and Fit have been shown and proven to be the lamest version of whatever you got there. Lamest version. It is so, bro, Myron, bro, listen, I won't do that because those men are doing their thing. They work hard. They put in some work, and I'm pretty sure they don't advocate for these type of dudes over here. So you know what? I don't even got smoke for them dudes, and I don't even got smoke for y'all dudes. I'm glad y'all are here. Welcome to the show. Matter of fact, subscribe. How about that? Subscribe. We'll be on again, and we'll have more information for you guys. Check out some of the other videos I got too. They're good. Yeah. How about that? Anyway, like I was saying, I think guys can definitely win in these situations. They can win in these situations if they have the right tools going in. And one of the tools is sometimes playing the raw numbers game. The raw numbers game, as long as you got a quick in and a quick out. The quick in is, hey, this is me. This is my information. If you feel like getting in contact, please do. If not, I understand. I'm out. Dude, bro, I've never really played the raw numbers game, but I've seen it work. And it works. It's a law of probability.
Mm-hmm.
What you want to respond to them comments? Don't do it. Don't do it, bro. You can't do it. They'll sidetrack. They'll sidetrack. They'll sidetrack you.
I'm gonna put some tape over this side of my screen so I can't see the comments.
I know.
Oh God.
Listen, I should do it. I should do it, man. I should look, man, but this ain't about Fresh and Fit, bro. This ain't. I don't even want to look at Fresh and Fit and then put them on at the same time. Yeah, Dominique said don't do it. She don't sink. She's right. Don't sink.
I mean, just 2 minutes.
No. You see, let me tell you why. One, they only got letters up. They don't have pictures. See, we the way we do things. Boom. We go for kill shots, but that's not what we're gonna do. That's not what we're gonna.
Have them niggas on suicide watch.
They see, you can't say that, man. Man, you gonna get us blocked, man. You can't say that, man.
Man. Yeah.
You know Facebook, man. You know Facebook be bucking, man. Yeah, Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
But sucking niggas got me on. Can I say nigga? I can say nigga. Right?
No, man. Keep it PG. Don't let these dudes get you out of your element, man. It ain't worth it.
No, man, but it's really there's no exact formula because every woman ain't the same and every woman don't respond to the same thing, but I can say in my experience they do respond to confidence, because when you're confident, you possess a certain level of charisma. And charisma is interesting. It's inviting. It's entertaining.
Right.
So what I see from a lot of guys who complain about their failures is they're not entertaining. They're uninteresting.
Right.
Like these dudes leaving all these comments looking for attention with dry tips.
Yeah. Wait, you said dry tips.
Yeah, they got dry tips. That's why they mad. That's why they angry. Them tips chafing. You remember Tom Hanks in Green Mile when he was pissing?
Yeah.
That's them. That's them.
Like razor blades.
All right, but back on the topic. What I would say as far as the incels go, they gotta first step, let go of that anger.
Yeah.
Just let go of that anger, man. And actually study. Just be observant of women, not in a critiquing way, because that's their thing, right? They when they do observe it, they're looking for the faults, and they're looking for fuel to feed their anger.
Yeah.
So if they use that same intensity, but in the opposite way, you know what I'm saying? Just observe to see what you can learn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I've never seen a lion. I've never seen a lion just pounce out at an antelope. You understand what I'm saying?
They study them. They study them.
Exactly.
Now, be careful with that reference, because these guys might think studying and stalking goes hand in hand, and that's not what we're saying.
Oh, I'm quite sure they already stalk. They're textbook stalkers.
Man.
But okay.
Man, let the men make it, man. Let the men make it.
They're outside her window right now.
Let them men make it, man. Let them make it. Let them make it.
All right. But y'all I would start there, man. Let go of the anger, because it's not helping anybody.
Yeah.
And the worst thing to ever happen was for them to find each other and create a whole community.
Trauma, bro, it's the same thing when we talk about women and some of the issues that women have. We talk about trauma bonding and how trauma bonding can be self-sabotaging. Mm-hmm. Right? And what's crazy is these guys that are trolling, all they got to do is go look at some of the other stuff I posted, and they'll see I give it evenly. But anyway, I don't give a damn about that. But people trauma bond because they don't feel isolated anymore. And that's okay. They shouldn't feel isolated. They shouldn't feel alone in the world. However, does that help you get to where you want to get to? You're in a place to where, you got somebody to trauma bond with, but are you getting the desired results out here, or are you just trauma bonding with a bunch of similars? Are you trauma bonding with a bunch of dudes that you identify with? If that's the end game, then you won. But if the end game is to be in fulfilling relationships and dating situations that you find more fulfilling, then by default, you should consider something else as opposed to the trauma bonding. By default, you should consider, how can I make this work for me? And we can find that out by it. There's no tried and true 100% method. Nobody is batting 1,000 out here. Nobody's betting at that. No man is batting 1,000. Even the richest, most charismatic, most attractive man is not batting 1,000. He might be batting 900. But the average, most men that aren't million. So if you break down numbers, so let's take finances. Most men that aren't in the financial top 5%. So everybody in the 95 and 90% below, we're all operating in the same space, realistically. And then from that point on, in the 90% of everybody else, it's the total package. It's as many boxes as you can check off as possible, right? And then yes, physical matters, personality matters, finances matters, your social skills matter, all these things matter. And then the level of importance is based on the type of woman that you're pursuing. I know there's a woman on my Facebook now that does not care about a man with a bunch of charisma. She is super attractive. I won't say her name. She does not care about a man having a whole bunch of charisma, a whole bunch of game. She likes a man. I talk too much for her. Obviously, right now, because I'm doing this. She don't like a man that does a lot of talking. She likes a man that's good with his hands and that is loyal and that is clean. It's very simple. Very simple. So these, again, I go back to what I said earlier. These different women exist, and all these dudes got to do is find out who they are. It's just that simple. But they don't want to do that. They'd rather show up to live streams and troll and complain and trauma bond. Let me. Hey, Sean Madison, did you subscribe? Did you subscribe? You didn't subscribe? I need you to at least subscribe if you're gonna be over here. Come on, Sean. Did you subscribe? Dylon, did you subscribe? Oh God. Well, they didn't subscribe. Sean Madison says, "Baby mamas ain't shit, right?" Sean Madison don't know how this thing works between us. No, Sean Madison.
Ain't no baby mamas.
I have one. I have none. I have
a wife.
Yeah, me too. I have an ex-wife. Yeah, so sorry, Sean. You're very presumptuous. Unlike Fresh and Fit, let's be clear. We're talking about guys that have skin in the game. See, unlike Fresh and Fit, and this ain't about them, they do what they do. We have skin in the game. We're married or have been married. I'm on my second one. My brother, by default, he's on his second one, and it's not a joking matter. But hey, he's a widower and he remarried. All his children are via marriage. You don't want to challenge this guy on the moral high ground. I guarantee you will not win this. He said, "You got pretty eyes. Do with the beard." He do got pretty eyes, don't he? I compliment him on him all the time. I know. Now,
that's my mom.
He, my boy with the beard. He has the moral high ground out here. So there's nothing there's nothing y'all can say or do that's gonna go there. Whatever you think you're gonna use as a dig, he's not the one for it. And I'm not caping. I just know my man has the moral high ground. I am the one that's more ethically and morally compromised, so you might want to bring that this way. And then again, it doesn't matter because there's nothing that's not public information. Yeah. So there's that.
Oh, that's sad. That is sad that they would spend their night, unsuccessfully trolling.
Unsuccessfully.
Ain't nobody mad.
No. Listen, I have some lights, so if it appears I'm sweating, it's probably because of the lights. It's not because of you guys. You guys don't qualify. But at any rate, I'm glad to hear. Let me see if they actually subscribed. I'm gonna see. I don't think they did, but I like the subscribers because I'm going to remember them. These are my boys now, Dylon and what's his other name? Let's see, Dylon and
Sean.
And Sean, yes, I like those guys. You guys are great.
Yeah, they done got enough attention, man.
Yeah, man. I like them guys. I like them guys.
Yeah, they're They're adorable.
Let me see. Let me see if they subscribe. I got to double check. I mean, I don't want them just hanging out for the sake of hanging out.
Look like it.
Oh, they did. Welcome aboard. Ilon, yay! Welcome aboard, Sean. Yay! At any rate, listen. We're gonna have to do this particular subject matter again, but we might have to spin it around the other way and do the film sales. We might have to do the film sales.
I haven't heard that one.
There are film sales now. Now the film sales aren't nearly, but there are women that are very entitled, and they feel some way. It's not nearly as known and as and I don't know. Maybe incels made up film sales just to have somebody else to say, "See, they do it too." You know, there's always that group.
Yeah.
But you know, man, listen. Incel guys, we love you. You know what I'm saying? We wish you all the success in the world. I love happy endings, pun intended. I like for everybody to be successful out here. You know what I'm saying? You guys to fail. And in actuality, if you guys want to friend me on Facebook or come find me somewhere else, come do that, and I can inform you, and we can get you right. We can get you to where you're at least. He said, when do y'all usually stream? You know what? I don't know, man. We're gonna wing it. That's what we're gonna wing it. He said Sean said he'll tune in again, and Dylan said he'll be here. So hey, look, we're looking forward to it, man. We like y'all guys. Welcome back, man. We're gonna get y'all lined on up. Matter of fact, if y'all want to, y'all can come on and chat with us. I'll send you a link. Come and share in the dialogue. We would love that. All of us together. One big old sausage fest. Come on down, Dylan and Sean. they thought they was gonna wreck the show. It didn't go that way. It didn't go as planned. Listen, we've been shot down too many times to fail when it comes to interaction. That's what we do. We keep it moving.
Man, that was a horrible attempt.
Yeah.
Y'all got to do better than that, man.
Gotta do better. It didn't work. Anyway, man, we going up on 2 hours. I have a wife that's probably feeling some sort of way about my lack of attention, so let me go in there and give her that. I don't know, man. We might have to do it again. We might have to do it again this week.
Yeah.
We might have to do another one. I don't know if it'll be along the same subject, but yeah. Sean said we're good sports. Sean, send me your information, bro. Send me your information. We'll get you online and we'll get it in.
Yeah, yeah. You pull up
and bring some of your buddies. All of your buddies. All of y'all. Come on over.
Come out that basement.
Come on out that base. Come on, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pour a beer next time. I'm a see. We do things differently over here. I'm gonna pour a glass and we gonna drink and we just gonna have a nice long conversation. All right, man. We out of here.
All right, man.
All right.